So that's got to be the biggest thorn in your side is the weather. I hate it if it rains just because we have outdoor queue lines.
Yeah.
But when your show is outside, tell me about that. How do you deal with rain?
What's really bad about it is, I mean, we've had nights where we've had 400 people in line.
Yeah.
And we know the rain's coming, and we're basically watching for wind, high wind and lightning. We're not going to shut down for rain.
Right.
Unless, it's tromping through an inch deep of water. We're not going to shut down for rain. So we've had 300 or 400 people in line, and it starts coming down, and you're like, oh, God, here comes, everybody's going to storm the ticket booth and want their money back.
Yeah.
And then it starts pouring, like pouring piss out of a boot. I mean, just coming down. And the crowd didn't move, not one muscle.
Yeah.
And you're standing there just waiting for the storm to hit your ticket booth.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. So at that point, the last thing you want to do is close.
Right.
So then you got the balance between the customers and the actors. So, now we have a little bit better plan in place. We got a giant building that runs right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We can do like 3 lanes of queue line for a few hundred feet.
That's cool.
And if we get a pour down, we can move our queue line.
No, that's cool.
It's a little bit different walk across the lot to get to the entrance of the show, but I think they appreciate that because they don't, but they still want to go through it. I mean, it's crazy. I would have never thought that.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, it was same here. Yeah. We actually brought people in one time because it was storming so bad, and it was a Sunday. It was actually the last night of our season. We did, I don't remember how many people, but it was like there was tornado warning.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, everybody in, and they came in, and we went up to Central Garden, queued them up in there. The fire department was like, yeah, go ahead, it's fine. So we went ahead and did it. But the same thing. I stood out there. I seen it snowing out there one time on a Saturday, and people just stood there. They just waited in line.
It's crazy.
Because they want something to do.
Yeah.
They know what's going on. They want to have fun.
Yeah. It's insane. And you get more flack out of the workers than you do the customers.
Yeah, for sure.
But, that's what they're there for. You got to stay open.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And you don't want to close no matter what. But so how do you preserve your sets in an outdoor hunt? Because rain is one thing, but you're going to go through winter.
Yeah.
And we had some good snows this winter.
It depends on what it is. A few of the sets we want that weathered look.
Yeah, of course.
Leave it wide open. Our witch scene, we're hoping for that we could bring the sun in, just beat down on it in the middle of the woods. But the weathered look, when you're out in the woods and you're trying to create that atmosphere, that's actually the best thing you can have. Some scenes, most of the scenes that we're trying to preserve them, they're under roof anyway.
Yeah.
We have a lot of scenes in the middle of the woods that are in small buildings.
Right. So the people who are listening that go to hunts, it is a trail. It's in the woods, but you are going to go into some buildings where you've got whatever, a maze. You got a church out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away, but that's
we got all kinds of stuff. It was a big mixed bag of just your nightmares.
It's cool, man. Yeah, that time we went out there, it was just like I can't remember what you called it, but I felt like I was, and that's good. You want that feeling. I felt like I was in like Yoda's hut on Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, this is really cool, and that's the feeling you want to give the guest.
Yeah.
Is that they're in something different. And when you're in a woods walking through a trail, that's gonna, it's one thing like here, or even just a schoolhouse or just an old abandoned building. That's one thing. But when you're out in the woods, you've got the elements of weather.
Mm-hmm.
What are you walking into, this house or church or this dilapidated thing you've just built?
Yeah.
What the hell's going to run out of the trees? You know what I mean? So it can be a good place for, the senses to go crazy.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, and, at the same time, you want this indoor show that you have preserved, and you can tweak it and you can modify it and you can keep everything nice and everything's under roof. But at the same time, you almost want that atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds would be a giant building in the middle of the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
And a cornfield off to the left.
Yeah, there you go.
Try to get it all, but